Kenneth English.
Hey yo, and I got my
grateful moments, man. Yeah. I'd like to thank everybody for this moment, for this time. You could be doing a whole bunch of shit, you know what I mean? But you know, shouts out to everybody in the building. What up? Disco Black was good, baby. Motivation is the key, man. Dez. Let me give you some rare form shit, though. Yeah. Yo, my life is like a loud pack. Getting to the point, I'ma sprinkle my real self all through this joint. King of Kings is what my name.
Yeah, we're gonna roll. So, one of the things that resonate with me, you know, that you said, you know, during the developmental years, you know, suffering or standing up to some of the consequences for your actions, getting in tune with yourself, your surroundings. You mentioned owning the legacy that you wanna leave. You know, as you said, your dad, you know, shout out to him, passed down a powerful name, and now you're at this point where you have to come to terms with what do you want to pass down, not only to children but pass on to the world. So get into that point right there, your legacy, because I want to hear that part of it.
More or less, I want to be the greatness that we say and believe we are. You know, a lot of times, just as a people and just period, you know, they say to certain people, you know, you're not as big as you think you are. You're not as special as you think you are. And in that turn, you know, in order for you to realize that as an individual, you have to be self-reflective. So, you know, me just being real with myself, I just more so had to say, all right, well, let me be my best self, and how can I present that to the world? How can I present my best self? My best self in my mind is I have a lot of great principles. You know, I'm cut from a certain kind of cloth, but I remember just being a child and I'm in the back with all the cool kids or, you know, everybody that was lit or whatever. And the teacher would be, why y'all can't do y'all work like him? You know, and so as a child, I didn't like that kind of attention. But I understood where it got me. Like, I remember just being wild, and when I got around Miss Peaches, pardon me, Miss Peaches, excuse me, was like, you got some kind of sense. So, you know, I was always one of those dudes as a youngin'. There was expectations of me to, you know, be somebody, to be great, to be my great self. And so, you know, when you take them self-inventories, you know, okay, I'll be bullshitting here sometime. I'm candid enough to say it. And realize that there is a growth factor in that realization. I'm not perfect, and you know, people might hear this articulate side and think, okay, he's a super preachy brother. I'm not. I bullshit. I joke around. I like titties, booty, and all that other good stuff. But, you know, it's a balance. I also could revert to scriptures that say there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry. I mean, and if you don't want to take it in that part, you know, it's a time and place for everything. Just knowing that, you know, certain things equate to everything. Once you know that this world really belongs to you and because you are a part of it, it means something different when you can say, I understand how that over there affects me over here. I can understand how what's going on in Afghanistan is affecting me over here. You know, I can understand what went on 500 years ago is affecting me now. You know, I may not know what lynchism is or lynch, but I get how it's still relevant today. You know, just understand, like, another thing is, you know, knowing who you're not. I know who I'm not.
You mentioned there's a time and a place for everything. So, time is 2017. What place are you in right now? Where are you right now in the process of getting to your end goal, you know, as a king, as a leader?
I think my thing is it's like to really just show that I put in work. I don't got 1,000,000 views, but there's a certain, integrity there with this guy. That's my whole thing to my audience is like, I carry myself like I deserve respect because I do. So that's my whole thing. Or let me tell you about who I am, that you get to see, the life that I live, this, the things that I can relate to, the different elements that I do bring to the table that, maybe a one-dimensional kind of artist can't. Or, I could speak about it all. We can talk about the bullshit. We can talk about the good shit,
We're going to get into all that. So you have this project, and in the title, for me, Before I Go, where were you when you came up with it? What did it mean to you? And ultimately, what did you want the people to get from the title before getting the music?
Well, I wanted you to think. Once you've seen, okay, what are you trying to say? That's the first thing I want you to do. First thing I want you to do is say, what are you trying to say? Go listen to the music. Go listen to the music in the sense of, okay, there's, Before I Go can have a lot of, dimensions to it.
Yeah, for me, I was like, is this like okay, I'm going to drop this project, then I'm out of here. Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking that.
It could be.
Like, if this doesn't go as planned, this is my escape strategy.
Listen, I'm retiring. I could have, went that, but sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to do it no more. So I could say that. But it also means a lot more. And also, it can also, if you have the depth of looking at it from a perspective of this is a conceptual kind of project.
I got that.
Then you can kind of gauge for yourself how to interpret it,
Yeah. And for me, I most certainly got that. And I found that in the tracks, it had like that, a little bit of sarcasm of, before I go, let me point this out to you. You know what I mean? Before I give you, me as a creator, because even sonically, it wasn't what we're getting, right? So it's like, before I go and do what I do, let me give you a little bit of what you guys are doing and show that I could do that as well. Is there a hint of that for you in it?
Can it English? Hey, yo, and I got my
grateful moments, man.